Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Leo for the full moon energies of March. It is a general reading, so it may or may not be your story. If not, check your moon and your rising sign. Your messages could be there. So let's begin. Sitting central in this reading, we have the Hanged Man and the card of love. So um, you are definitely thinking about um, a, somebody you have deep feelings for, somebody that perhaps you want to make an offer to or make up with. The card of love speaks to speaking from the heart. So maybe there's something that you want to say to someone. Um, See, the Emperor is also looking in this direction. And you could be wondering how you could regain control of a situation. You could also uh, be holding a grudge, um, which would be what is holding you here in this position. It could be that your ego was bruised. You could feel um, perhaps like a victim or like you were sacrificed. All of these things holding you here in this position of the Hanged Man. It feels like there's the connection is here. You might feel like, well, maybe you didn't belong together in the past, that you were just like too different. You had different ideas, different views on things. Maybe you just weren't getting along. And maybe you were not speaking up or they were not speaking up. This can go vice versa, these energies, by the way. Somebody here was keeping their emotions hidden and not talking. Even when the other person would ask them what's wrong, they wouldn't speak up. This is what happened here. But the connection is still felt. Now, this this is somebody that you thought of in the past as long-term commitment. You may be or have been walled up in a certain way of thinking for a very long time, stubbornly holding your position, perhaps even in this hangman mode. You have the hangman twice. But it appears that the wall has come down and you are looking at this situation or at what happened um, from every angle, perhaps with a new set of eyes. So perhaps during the time you've been sitting here, something some sort of awareness. There's something you became aware of. It had a false start. You felt like you were sacrificed, most likely. But the attraction is still very much felt here. Right now, it's like you're in this position of feeling powerless and you are hurting. And For some, there can even be guilt with this. This is somebody who punishes themselves. And Mercury's here, so it could be because Mercury is how you think, how you plan, how you solve problems, and maybe this was not, done properly in the past. I mean, you should have maybe spoken up instead of if it was you. Okay, I'm just reading the story a certain way, but it could be you. It could be the other person. Again, feeling powerless. It's like if this is you, you had taken a decision to move on from this person, but it was like one step forward and two steps back. And you cannot stop grieving over this person. There is still a very deep passion that is felt here. You want things to change, but possibly you fear the unknown um, because the person who spins this wheel is blindfolded. It's like if I take the risk, I don't know where it's going to land. But clearly, you miss them, a lot. Now, um, you wonder because we have the tombstone here along with the bridge. So the bridge would make that tombstone give it a positive spin. Um, so the tombstone is about transformation, renewal, rebirth, endings that perhaps had to happen in order to transform something. And perhaps now it is time to put past issues behind you. You may have taken a long look at yourself in this hangman mode and the relationship. Time to leave the past behind or past issues. Because I feel like something came to light. And the bridge is about meeting someone halfway on that bridge and working through the issues. It is a very positive card to have in your reading. There seems to be some worry with extending a peace offering, afraid of boundaries being crossed, um, afraid of being deceived, or even that you're deceiving yourself, that it could work. Because I have to go back always to this wheel where the person is blind and they're spinning that wheel and they just don't know where it's going to land. So, ultimately you just might take that risk because her hand is on that wheel. The card of Leo has appeared um, with the Five of Staves. So you're struggling. There's struggle. It's a card of struggle and unease. Something that is temporarily on hold, delayed most likely by fear. Um, Now you could be dealing with another fire sign, or this could be you because this Queen of Staves is a repeating card in your reading. So, I mean, and the card of Leo is here. And we have Aries also. I feel like there's an air of caution here, so trying to be cautious, careful, remain grounded. Aries is this can indicate this card that you could be holding a grudge, that the ego could be bruised when it comes to this situation. It could be with Aries and this Leo. Both of these cards can be speak to somebody very stubborn, um, holding back stubbornly, perhaps because they got a chip on their shoulder. We have the Three of Staves. It's like it can be navigate. You could be navigating your way through this energy, kind of sitting back, waiting, because it's murky, it's unclear. You don't know where the wheel's going to land. You're looking back. The monkey is looking back at the world. So you're looking back, reflecting on the past, on the journey, and the unicorn looks this way towards the card of Cancer and the card of Fire. So, whatever you are reflecting upon is making you very emotional. These feelings remain so far contained. And I feel that this is what happened in the past also. They were kept contained. Um, you're very, the card of Fire is here with Cancer, secrecy. Cancer is secrecy. Can speak to complications. It can speak to being sentimental, emotional, over emotional. Um, Fire is something that's very intense. It's something that expands. Um, it is possibly, um, you might fear that you're playing with fire here. It could speak to feelings from the past that intensify. Um, the Four of Swords um, is, it can be because you're reflecting, and what you're reflecting on is causing all of these emotions to surface, resurface, to intensify. Because this can be not just reflection, but preparation mode for what is to come. So when you start thinking about this, these feelings intensify, and it keeps you here because it brings or creates a bigger fear, and keeps you here in this hangman mode, because you're in this hangman mode because you want to be. Understand this. You can choose to get out of there anytime you want, but perhaps your fear is not letting you. You're weighing things up here. Keeping things hidden behind the mask. All feelings are kept contained here. Needing to shed light on something. And you're in this place of affliction, um, carrying perhaps a grudge or a chip on your shoulder, you or them, however this goes. Um, and you appear to be unforgiving, but you've been in this space for quite some time, and it's like day after day after day, it's the same thing. That's what this card is telling me, these two cards together. Whoever this is you think about, you do love them. The heart is here. It speaks to a very deep connection. Love, passion. It speaks to the emotion. So you are still hurting here. And every day it's the same. It doesn't get better. And if you stay here, it won't. This is somebody who is deeply afraid. And, maybe even the intense passion that you feel for this person. I have the king and the queen of fire here. This may even make you afraid. You fear that you fear deception, I feel. You fear getting your heart broken. And you fear, and the devil is here again. It's like feeling trapped and you don't know what to do. And you're burdened by it. And you want this new beginning. It's like being stuck between a rock and a hard place. You have a wish, a desire to take a direction, but you're letting fear hold you back. You are wanting to bring balance back to a situation. You want to create new memories with this person from your past. And this is what will be heavily on your mind at this time. And this is you. We have the card of Leo here. It may take some strength and courage on your part, because you will have to be walking through your fears to extend the olive branch. But let's remember that, because see, this is something that makes you very emotional. Temperance is here, and she has both of her, look at that. She has both of her feet in the water. We have the card of Cancer here, being over emotional, very sensitive, wanting to bring balance back to this situation. Why? Because you love them, but you fear deception. So can you close the distance between these two soulmates here? There appears to be a decision that you will have to make, because at this time you're going to be very sensitive, very emotional with regards to this situation, and the moon is going to bring this to the surface. You will have to decide whether you want to send off this message or not. And I feel this is you. To close the distance between you and to pick up those cups. It is what you want. that is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking and sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has donated. Many blessings to all of you.